Hello and welcome. I'm Vincent Makori and this is Africa 54. First tonight to the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa, where African leaders wrapped up the African Union summit Monday with a scathing attack on the International Criminal Court (ICC). They now want the court to drop charges brought against Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy. Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto are both facing trial in the ICC, accused of masterminding ethnic bloodshed in post-election violence 5 years ago that killed more than 1,200 people. Both deny the charges. Uhuru Kenyatta became the second sitting African leader facing trial at the War Crimes Tribunal when he won an election in March this year. AU chairperson and Ethiopian Prime Minister Haile Mariam Desalegn says that while the continent wants justice, African leaders have come to a consensus that the ICC process is biased.
The intention was to avoid any kind of impunity and so ill governance and crime. But now the process has degenerated into some kind of race hunting.
Many African nations signed up to the Rome Statute establishing the ICC, but a widespread feeling on the continent that it is targeted by the tribunal has left the court deeply unpopular with many.
Out of those people who has been indicted by ICC, 99% are Africans. So this shows that there is something flaw within the system in ICC, and we object that, and therefore there should be a clear process that should take place. That doesn't mean that African leaders are cooperating with impunity and crimes.
Mr. Desalegn suggested that the African Union would now take its concerns over the International Court to the United Nations. Kenyatta's trial is due to begin in July, while Ruto's is yet to get a trial date from the ICC. Kenya told the Assembly that the ICC trials risked destabilizing East Africa's biggest economy when it was undertaking reforms to avoid a repeat of post-election violence. At the close of the AU summit, which coincided with the 50th anniversary celebrations of the Organization of African Unity, OAU, which later became the AU, calls were also made for African leaders to commit themselves to take concrete measures to realize the objectives they set for the continent. AU Commission Chairperson Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma called on the African countries to depend more on themselves during the development of the next 50 years.
Outside help is welcome and we graciously accept it, but we must also look at how to mobilize resources ourselves for all the things that will make Africa prosperous by 2063.
Among the key declarations made at the summit was the immediate creation of a military rapid reaction force to deal with regional coups, rebellions and wars. Now, the ICC says it will ignore the AU's resolution and denies any charges of racism.